Welcome back, everybody. Sorry that we skipped last week. We had a scheduling conflict, but we're back with our Contentlayer series. I think this week we're going to be working on fixing up watch mode from the last time that we met. 'Cause I think when we tried to run watch mode last week, we got some unexpected results. So yeah. Why don't we start maybe Tim by taking a look at our to-do list.
Yep. So it's watch mode. And then get it working. And then improve the plugin API if we have time.
All right, so it sounds like watch mode is our priority right now.
Yeah. Let's just get it going.
Yeah, I don't remember what the
And
exact
figure out what the issue was.
Yeah, I don't remember what the exact issue was, so it'd be good to.
Packages. And if we edit some configs, posts, we'll edit some posts, edit some content. We're getting watch events, but they're not changing anything. Well, it's 4913.
I think that I was having this issue with a different project, and I'm pretty sure these are all
Okay.
the NeoVim swap files and buffers.
Okay. So if we go to source, so we're going to watch events here. We're just going to check if we're going to go path match. Because I have a feeling it's just returning false.
I have a feeling you're right. We're probably just not using the API of the package we downloaded correctly.
False. Okay.
So what is
Path
path match?
match.
Doing mini match? Oh yeah, okay. So let's pull up the docs for mini match. Mini match. So what are we trying to do here?
Pattern. So we've got an array of patterns here. And then we just want to make sure that that matches the path that we give it.
All right, let me see what mini match has to
I need
offer.
to build. Right. So the path is absolute, but the pattern is not. Maybe
But
that's
should
why.
that matter though? Because we don't have a path in front of it, right? That shouldn't really matter. It should still match the glob, I think.
Well, there's no glob in the front.
True. True. So maybe we make just path.resolve the P.
Mini map options.
By the way, I think with options, I think that there is a debug mode you can pass.
Let's make sure there's nothing about relative. Partial? What's partial?
Let me look at what partial is. Partial. Compare a partial path to a pattern. As long as the parts of the path that are present are not contradicted by the pattern, it will be treated as a match. I'll link you to the relevant piece of the docs here.
Seems very obscure wording.
It might just be easier to path.resolve on the little p there. Will that even work though? Actually, because it's not technically a path.
Okay. I guess you just need to prefix it with the current working directory. After join path dot well, we can see what resolve does.
Yeah, I mean, if p was an actual path, resolve would prepend the current working directory and then resolve it.
Yeah, so it looks like resolve works.
We're still getting false.
I'm not using it yet. I was just testing partial.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think partial is what we want. I was reading a little bit more about that option. I don't think it's what we want. Hey.
No, probably got a match. Yeah. So it should be hitting the mailbox now. Mailbox to stream. Where is that getting consumed again? In the document builder. Events. Also not long.
Do we need to build for the document builder?
No.
Just saving us a step for the future.
So there's the edit.
All right.
Saved. Removed energy.
What will happen?
I think
What will
we're
happen?
debouncing on the IDs, and it's fun.
Okay. I was going to say, if it gets removed, then added.
Debounce 500. No, man. We should probably check if the IDs actually change. We go. Import is equal. We're not catching the. Is it changes? Changes with. B. There we go. What is equals to for arrays? Nothing.
We're in a structural region. We're in a structural region. It looks like it does some other checks.
Yeah, structured region does state equals. But if we just use maybe the equivalence module. Robles. Well, let's use the rate module.
Why are A and B void?
Equivalence, then we use equal, not equal. And then we want. I know this is a map of what?
I'm fairly certain right now that A and B are void.
There it is. Because ID mailbox
Just the signal.
is just a signal. And it is immutable structure, so we can't do that. We could go net. But it is a map of something to the set. And what's the key to the map again? Edit, IDs, delete. Event.id.
So down below, IDs.set document name, document IDs. So it looks like the
At
least
document per document then.
Yeah. But is what we're doing.
So now we just don't care. We just
Yeah. Is what we're doing in the filter map then? Does that make sense for the events? What is the ID of an event? Is it the document name?
Yeah, because we only want the output. And remove events don't have any output.
No, I'm saying we're checking on events.id there. Is the event ID of an event? The ID of an event the document name or not is really the question.
Oh, we do have a document there, do we? That should be. Document dot name. Document IDs.
Yeah.
Okay. Rich. And then here we go stream.map. Flat map. Stream dot from federal. Thingy we can go.
You just want the map values?
Federal. Map. ID. Nope, that's not what I want. Array dot from IDs.
Nice.
Stream. And then we can do stream dot. Well, we can only do stream dot changes, we. Name, IDs. And then here we can get the video changes. So which ones? X and Y isn't very useful. That's what previous and current. I'm guessing X is the previous.
I think so.
Where is that predicate being used? Previous. current. And previous IDs, so current IDs is that. And then we can do the equality check. Turns a new string. It only emits elements and not equal to the previous. So we which one worked out? So equal here. So we do array, no equivalence.
Is it just an array of strings? 'Cause do we need equal dot equals?
Probably not.
Here we could probably just use the string equivalents now. I think you want effect equivalents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Equivalence or string. I'm trying
So
to
this
sort of fire actually because how is it working out the previous? Yes.
Yeah, I think it only fires if it gets.
It's just for 2 elements in a row, right?
Yeah. It'd be better to do like a filter here instead of the changes with.
It just means we would need to keep track of the previous IDs somewhere.
Well, right now, this is always going to lag behind one element, right? And right now, we're not even using the subsequent element in the changes with.
This won't work because it's not properly tracking the previous item per document name. It's just giving us the previous item of whatever document name. So here we would go previous. Then go if previous. And then ID net previous hit. And then here we can just keep that as an array.
So we just return true there.
I don't want to do that. So grab the previous and make sure it's populated with the current set of IDs, and then we'll do the equivalence check if it's present. And we only let it pass if they're not the same. Great. And then we should probably check if it's actually working. Get an old absolute path names.
Yeah, I wonder.
That is not actually the ID for the document.
Yeah.
So that ID is coming from events. Event.path.
Where do we calculate the ID for the documents? It's
So
like we're building them.
here we just need to maybe in here. Stream.bit event path dot is it relative?
I would just keep the paths absolute, no?
No, we don't want absolute paths. Oh, we've lost the bin tags. Oh, yeah. And then we can move this. Yeah, because document IDs are supposed to be relative. So I'm not getting another ID right. Just need to make sure we're getting the actual event. added rough IDs. No, we haven't got them in.
One second.
That's the wrong directory to be relative to. We want it to be relative to I guess the option determine what it's relative to. Or are we relative to the current working directory? TWD. Where do we store that? I guess if you just resolve that, you get the current working directory.
You can pass an empty argument to path.resolve and it will give you the current working directory.
Okay. Current working directory.
And also, if you just do a path.resolve and then the path name, it will prepend the current working directory automatically. So you don't have to do like a separate thing, just a tidbit.
Little tidbit for free.
Little Node.js tidbits.
Yes. Yeah, that works. Okay. So we're getting the event, but we're not getting another index update, which is what we want. We'll get rid of our console logs. So I guess that means we got watchword working. I feel like we need to have some logs for when it's done alright.
I agree.
Just some indication that it's done something.
I'm sorry, did we fix the ID thing that you were saying was a problem?
Yeah. So it's correctly detecting duplicates.
Nice.
So where would we do our log? We just kind of need a way of kind of like detecting that a run is finished. Was it this internal stream here? So if a watch thing is triggered, then it'll send some events here. But that's a never-ending stream. I guess you could just log for every document build, but it's quite busy.
Yeah, I wonder what makes the most sense here. Does it make more sense to... I feel like you probably do want to know when so maybe like the first most useful log would be if a document does change, you probably want to know, right?
Yeah.
So like if you edit a document and save it and that triggers like a rebuild, you probably want to know.
We have no way of knowing at the moment that an event was initial or was a change.
I thought that do we feed the mailbox? Oh, I see. Do we like just feed the mailbox all of the initial events up front?
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Well, I mean, we could, I don't know if you like this idea, but instead of adding a prop reduce to the event, we could just run all of the initial events first and then start the changes stream.
Run the initial events first.
Like where we're feeding all of the initial events into the mailbox instead
Yeah.
of doing that, we could extract the logic um somewhere else and basically do an initial build and then start the stream. You know what I mean?
Well, the stream is used for the initial build. It's the same stream for watch mode and not watch mode.
The other option is you could just have a
We could just have true.
yeah, I just the other option would be to track it inside the stream. Like literally just have a boolean that we flip to false after. Oh, we can't because the never mind.
So I just wanted to say if this was not an initial event, then log it. So we just do a tap. And here, stream dot tap. If event dot take equals headings and events dot initial returning void.
What about for removed events though?
Removed events are always from a change.
Those we don't track those in this particular stream.
If it's not watch mode, then you'll never get a removed event.
Got it.
What I'll also apply right now. It's starting Contentlayer on documents. Document And then we can just go in dot t8 dot t lowercase. And here, sure. And
I think we only have a path on the event. Strange.
yeah, into edit output. Okay. Build. Not sure when you need to build.
It always feels better to build. Ah, see, we did need to build. Telling us about our type errors.
We need to access API at some point.
It's on our to-do list.
Yeah.
So besides build like this, I can think of one other time where we want logs being emitted. Like off the bat.
Off the bat.
Right there. This is wait, that was an example of like it's interesting document, remove document added. Gotta love NeoVim.
Got a little bit.
I can think so right at the top there before you triggered this like the change. The one other time where I think we might want to emit a log. I don't know if it's going to be possible to be honest in watch mode. But we might want to log the total number of documents built. But I don't know that we can really do that in watch mode. We don't have like batches of events that we're tracking.
We can just give them the ID count.
That's true, I guess.
In this devals here. Documents built. Where do we log that? Done here. Can't get ID count goes. And then there's a function I just made in scope. Yeah. So this function ends there.
Yeah, I think it would have to be outside documents. No, wait.
So
Yeah,
on
you would have
exit, we can just
that's what the
net get ID count. No, so void. Or sender returning.
Yeah, the only thing that sucks about this is it won't be emit like every time the stream finishes. So it would be great to figure that out too. I mean, I know the stream isn't finishing in watch mode. I'm saying like at some reasonable interval.
$5 right ideas. Let's just get rid of the annotation. That's good enough now. We can clean it up later.
Yeah.
Alright, so I got watch working.
Oh wait, can you do me a test? Can you do a test? Can you just add another document in that directory?
Two.
Yeah. We'll probably want to add a more useful error message at some point.
The title was missing. Will it crash that fiber?
Think it did.
The state is waiting for a config change, not a content change.
Right.
But I guess
And we don't really want this to fail stop the stream. We want to
yes,
emit a useful log and then just not write the document.
we want to wait for a change before trying again. Then watch merge. So it's
That's what I
hitting
mean.
this branch, which is fine for a normal build. But in watch mode,
Yeah, what we really want in watch mode is if you
we're gonna
imagine your
log the error and wait for another event.
yeah, like log a useful error message.
We don't want to retry the source. We just want to keep it running.
Correct.
Where is the build happening again?
Wait, there's a schema.decode somewhere.
Yeah. So we can just.
So here's one area where we could recover, but we could also
kind
just
of want to
we kind of want to
over
catch
the entire block. string dot map effect. We do this with concurrency amounted.
I think you're just missing a parentheses.
So first thing we'll do is get the fields.
And we need to catch this operation if it fails, or decode either, or whatever. Because in the event that
what we've done here.
Yeah, because in the event that a field is missing, we probably want to show an error saying like, hey, you're missing X field in the front meta or something.
In fields is that. So at that point we have the resolved fields, computer fields, and then what are we doing? Storage, right? The side effect is the storage. So if any of this fails, in watch mode, we feel like we were detecting watch mode somewhere.
Yeah, there's a config. I thought I think you can yield.
We're not using it yet.
You can just yield it here though. I love when it suggests like effect like 1.0 code. It's so nostalgic.
Watch mode. I want the function one. And then for this guy, we would do vector catch all cause. What we're doing, a log warning. And I guess we just copy this one.
This is fine for now, but we're definitely gonna want to like enhance these error messages like for the DX later.
For the DX.
I can already hear like Johannes in my head.
Oh yeah. Because we're catching everything in that one.
I think you're gonna need to do the watch mode check inside catch all cause and then just refail.
Yeah.
Not as like fancy, but
Halt.
Ooh, effect at halt. That's an interesting one.
And then I guess if we just inline this into our map effect.
Was there a reason we did it here? Did we want it to be?
So.
We want it to be.
It wasn't really. it wasn't really changing behavior. Because it was straight after the map effect concurrent anyway.
I mean, I guess that's fine. The mailbox offering could. Do we still want it to be on the unsafe version? Do we want it to be atomic? Or can we actually make it the effectful version?
Where is it?
Yeah, right there.
Very effectful, but that makes a difference. Intelligent.
Cool.
We just need to adjust this return here. We don't need the fields because we're doing a run joined. Private storage and then updating IDs.
Yeah.
So this will read a bit better.
Wait.
Oh,
If the document has the output, I think that we want to do the opposite there.
yeah.
If the document IDs has the output, do the early return.
What did we have before?
You were doing an
Yeah.
early return. Yeah.
Okay. So that should just, well, in this case, it's per document.
I think that's fine though. So error building document. And again, here, I think we can do a lot to enhance the errors later. You can put that on our to-do list.
Oh, we don't have the API in this yet. Where's that type errors? Yeah. So it should say error building document. No.
Remove the title.
Yep. Yes.
Wait, remove the title again and show me the log. It's still saying that one document was built. Oh yeah, because we do. We build the document 1.
Yeah. But we didn't build document 2.
We didn't build document 1, did we?
We did. Document 1 is still fine. It's document 2 that we screwed up.
Yeah, but why are we rebuilding document 1 if it didn't change?
It's just saying, it's just giving you the count of all the IDs.
Yeah, that's
So it's giving you like the current state of the documents rather than the change.
yeah.
To give an accurate count there, then we'll just need to implement like a counter, which I think would be quite easy. Build document
Pound is the new pound. No.
And then each time one is successfully built, which is this guy here.
Do we only have
increment.
Do we only increment if we add a new document ID, or is it only if we? Oh no, because yeah, never mind.
It's if we build one, and then that way every time we render this thing, we'll get the actual built documents and set the counter back to 0, which is fun.
And for that, should the message be like rebuilt? No, because we do emit an initial number of documents built, right? Yeah.
This. We'll do a commit there. Get watch mode working. Improve plugin API. So you can embed resources. I kind of just want like a return source make plugin. And then you can like have an message that does something. Does some like setup. And then returns a content processor.
So kind of like the constructor pattern.
Yeah.
It returns an effect
And
that
just returns
that.
that function. Let's try that.
Let's try that.
Source map effect. Plugins. Make plugin. And then the constructor will have errors. And we'll set the requirements. And it'll return essentially one of these. Yes, it has to be genuine. it's a function that takes some kind of output and then modifies it. It's kind of a weird signature.
So you're, I thought, yeah, you had taken over the original
then
output.
it will return something that takes in a source. Source is meta, context, and view.
We're gonna need to lift the meta and everything out of the inner method.
Yeah. I'm just working on the return signature first.
So the internal build function is going to receive the previous output and transform it, basically. Like that's what the method is going to.
Returns a new source with like the same meta. Could return new context. What was the first new errors? Could return new errors.
With this signature,
It's not catching any errors, so we need to.
I was going to say with this signature, I think we need to union them, right? Same thing for context
Plug
too, right?
in. What will the plugin do? No, because it's replacing the output. If it's doing it replace, then you don't do a union. But it's doing a union of errors. Meta context. The problem is when you make define a plugin, you don't know these generics here, so we can't add them there. I mean, in the ideal world, you would just get a stream of output. I think we started looking at this last time.
I thought this was the original signature we had. We had like basically it was a thing that like just transformed straight. Wasn't that the original like map effect was like a transform method or something? Or are you saying this is the constructor now?
The problem is stream. We're doing a stream of events now. So if you wanted to I guess that's a sign it should. So it takes the stream, gets you get output. You do the new stream with new output. And you can add errors. Okay, let's roll with it.
I think in the generics, you just need to add context too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Source.
wrap up pretty soon, Tim. So maybe if we
Okay.
get this feature somewhat fleshed out.
I think this will do. This will do. So to achieve this, we are going to have to extract the added events, map them through the plugin, and then merge them. So to extract it, we need a mailbox of output meta context. And we will need to
Basically, feed the self stream into the mailbox, and then take the mailbox and transform it to a stream and transform the outputs that way.
So we'll need to consume self.events. And then yeah. So if the event is a removal, then succeed event. Otherwise, we return stream ID.
This is not going to maintain ordering of events, right?
No. Unless
Could we push all the events into the mailbox and only transform the added ones?
well,
I guess that
the
would
transform needs to
return a stream, right?
yeah. I mean, ordering. I don't think. Yeah, if there is a removed after an added.
I think this would be a good problem for us to work on the next time we meet.
Sounds good.
I think that if we add to our to-dos right now, like the things to add would be we're still continue iterating on the plugin API, so like we need to basically keep working. I think event ordering is is the problem we need to solve if we're going to go with this route. And then the other thing I want to add to our to-do list is to improve error messages. I think we have a really good opportunity to provide like some very nice error messages when stuff happens.
Cool.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for hanging with us. Yeah, guess we'll see you guys all next week.
Keep it there.